Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the No Quarter Podcast.
Idaho's #1 podcast.
Man, episode 22.
Awesome.
We've been behind the 8 ball a little bit.
Sorry.
This is our New Year's / post-election / post-inauguration.
Where have we been?
Yeah, where have we been?
Yeah, sorry.
It's been a little bit crazy, but we just spent probably the last hour and a half discussing our plan for 2025. And, well, we're getting serious.
About breaking up.
About breaking it out. No, we're getting serious. No Quarter Podcast. We're going to start putting out, we've committed to a minimum of one full episode per week. We're going to start producing more video collateral, bringing you guys kind of more behind the scenes as to like what these businesses do, the types of people that we interact with, and trying to have really cool, productive, entertaining conversations with people that we think that you'll find entertaining. So, super excited about that. But
one thing too, if you guys have any guests that you really want us to have on, tag the shit out of them in the episode
or send
the Instagram,
or send it to us. Yeah, send it to Jeremy or Rob directly.
And we'll harass them. We'll harass them nonstop until they eventually say yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get it going.
But it doesn't have to be gun related.
No, it could be anything. Yeah,
anything really. I mean,
it's gonna be a big year. We've got some companies that want to get involved with us, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But with all of that comes the responsibility of being able to consistently produce. And so I think last year was probably like we kind of got our feet wet, realized that this is something that we can do.
We had a lot of technical difficulties.
Well, we had a lot of let's call it technical growth.
I think before we really get into anything, we should address why there has been such an additional major delay in getting an episode out before Christmas. And it was because me and Josh filmed an hour 40-minute episode, and my microphone
failed,
was dead the whole time.
And that was my fault because I should have checked it. I just trusted the gear. But yeah, it's okay. Rode has really good customer service. So I'm sure they're going to.
No, it's not Josh's fault. It's my fault for somehow breaking the fucking microphone. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, but here we are.
Yeah,
here we are.
Rob, you just expanded your store. I don't even think we've talked about that. Like,
it's not over yet. It's not finished, but yes.
You just doubled your square footage.
We doubled our square footage. Yeah.
It looks great.
It looks awesome.
Great.
Thanks.
Finally have an office again, you said?
Yeah. So excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I needed a little bit of privacy.
Hey, Alexa, volume up.
Yeah, I love it.
You got that like Alexa board on the wall.
Yeah, I got that.
I'd never seen one of those before.
Oh, the Echo's cool, man.
It's super cool when it listens.
Yeah. I'm like, I was in there. Was that yesterday? I think it was.
Yeah.
If it integrated with Apple products, I'd be all for it. But like, my problem is I'm so immersed in the Apple universe, having a device that is not explicitly compatible.
Yeah, so they have the Amazon app, right? So you can download the Amazon app, and it works with that program, with that Echo.
It's just not native, quote unquote. Yeah.
Right. So it's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's cool, man, because I could sit there and I can be like, Alexa,
add this
to my calendar. Like it's cool. Like,
do you guys remember that show with Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne? Do you guys remember that show?
Yeah, the
Osbournes, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, whatever it was. There was an episode. So I was in Rob's office the other day. We were chatting about suppressors and we were just shooting the shit. I stopped by to grab some ammo before our Saturday fundamental class,
which was fun.
And Rob's like, Alexa, play country music. So it started playing, and he's just like, volume up. Alexa, volume up. And then it immediately reminded me of an episode where Siri had just really first came out, and Ozzy's trying to use Siri to get directions. And it's just not listening. And all I thought was just like, man, Rob, that's old man shit. Alexa,
dude, my
volume.
my sister, who is 5 years younger than me, constantly is calling me a boomer because I'm like, I use talk to text all the time.
Me too. Yeah. Then it sounds like I'm a retard half the time.
But I fat finger the shit out of. I've got the Pro Max or whatever, so it's the bigger screen, and I still fat finger it. Yeah. So it's just easier. for me to be like,
Everybody's like, what did
text
you just
wifey,
say?
hey babe, period. I need you to run by and grab some steaks for dinner, comma. Also,
Yeah, dude.
some
I do
beer
that
would
all
be
the time.
great, period.
You know what else is dope though? Honestly, voice memos are fucking sweet, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I have clients that are just like voice memo because they know that I'm not going to read their whole message. But
Yeah.
if they send me something I can listen to.
I haven't gotten on the voice memo, like the voice text thing.
Like
That
literally
is
just
pretty
sending a
cool.
voice recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so
Yeah.
easy. It's like a phone call, but you don't have to talk.
Well, you remember, so this is like going back in the day
It's like
when,
a phone call, but you don't have to talk.
well, do you
mean
remember
text?
On
when
the phone.
Do you remember when the flip phones
Oh, yeah.
used to have like the CB radio thing?
Yeah, the
No.
Nextel.
The Nextel.
Yeah,
So
I
you
had those
never
in my
got
car
on,
lot.
dude. It was the greatest thing. So you had a phone and it was just a phone, but then other people who
Oh, I had a work
you
phone
just
like that when I was
it
in
was
the
just
field.
a walkie-talkie
Yeah.
via cellular.
Yeah.
The greatest thing ever.
But you had zero control. So I do remember those phones when I was working for an electrical contract in the field. We had them, and it was my work phone, but
Mhm.
also boop, and it'd make a little noise, and then you could
chirp.
You had zero control of when people talk through that speaker, though.
correct.
And yeah,
It can be, yeah. Well, you can mute it,
Oh, I don't know. I didn't fuck with it. It was a work phone, but yeah, there was.
but
many
it
times.
was that was awesome.
Yeah, that's not actually. We should honestly, the three of us should just get some really dope ass walkie talkies. Not even comms.
Just run around with like push to talks on our chest.
Yeah, not even like, I'm not talking like getting the fucking comms. Like, I'm not talking about my actual radio. I'm talking about badass walkie talkies.
Yeah, but they're only good for like a mile. Rob lives in freaking BFE. There's no way that's gonna work.
Need a repeater.
Yeah.
Well, no.
I'm not getting.
I
a
could be the
walkie-talkie.
repeater. No,
I've got
Dude, I
an
this.
iPhone.
This thing
Yeah,
just goes off all day.
What
long.
about
I'm almost
Stream
ready to get
with
rid of this
cans?
because it like freaking goes off.
Which one is that? The iWatch, Apple Watch?
No, this is the Phoenix 7.
So just
Yeah, we both
turn
have the same
turn
one.
off the phone
I know.
notification.
It looks so much bigger on your wrist than mine. This is the same exact watch.
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
the
I
Garmin.
ordered it
I've
for
got
you.
the Tactics
Yeah, you
Bravo.
did. I bought
These
it
are.
from you.
It's a great watch, dude. It's a lot of data. It's a lot of information. But the problem is when I have my phone on my desk and I go to the back, shipping, receiving, or whatever.
Disconnect, reconnect.
Well, no, it will work in the whole store,
Okay.
but it's like, it's cool to have, I just missed this test message or a
I
message.
love this
in
because it's
general.
indestructible. I've had this thing on the ambulance for the last 7 years, and it's a steel bevel and it's got the sapphire glass. And I have absolutely abused it,
Yeah, they're awesome.
and nothing has gone wrong
Yeah,
with it.
no,
Nothing's broken. I've never broken it. I've never
it
had to replace
scratched?
it. The screen? No. The steel, yes.
So how the fuck does your screen have a scratch?
No, not at all.
I have a
Sapphire.
huge scratch. Same. I have a huge scratch all the way across my screen.
I don't know how you did that.
Well, I also shoot a lot and crawl on the ground with guns and.
Dude, I don't know how you did that.
I had a
That's-
pretty bad spill on my mountain bike a few years back, like where I caved in my helmet, like over an inch.
That explains a lot.
Awesome plug on
Cave in
Oakley
your
helmets,
skull
dude. They
too.
fucking sent me a new helmet. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
But
That's like Smith Optics, bro. They warranted a pair of goggles for me like 7 years later,
Yeah.
and they shouldn't have. And they were like, "Here you go."
But
Yeah.
dude, my Apple Watch, dude, every time I just get a scratch, those are fucking garbage. in my
See, I was
opinion.
thinking about switching to the new like
The Pro?
the Pro Ultra,
big
whatever
one?
it is.
Yeah.
That's the one I had. I had the big one before I got this. I had the real big one. Sherry bought me it, and dude, it it had the big case, dude. And just if you breathe on it, like
Yeah.
the freaking thing would scratch. I'm like, dude.
Wait,
fucking hate
but
this
were you
thing.
saying that you broke the sapphire glass on your mountain bike crash?
Yes, I put a huge gouge in it,
Oh, really?
like a huge gouge.
Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. Like mine has that raised steel bevel. So like if I hit something flush, it's not going to touch the glass. But if I hit like a corner,
It's so funny too
You know.
because people like I was gonna bring these in because we're a dealer for Garmin, but people they'll literally complain about how much these things are because they're like what $700-800.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, something like that.
Yeah, I think mine
But
was.
dude, you
yeah,
can't
about
put
that.
I mean, these are so durable.
Well,
My
it's got
only
fucking
complaint,
GPS. If I'm lost in the fucking woods,
yeah,
I
and
could just be
GLONASS,
like,
Dude, the
fucking
new so they got a
help
new
me.
one that has all the your
vitals.
no bullet. Well, it'll take your vitals right now. I have that on here, but
See, mine doesn't do that.
Every time I get a regular heartbeat, it fucking sends a beep 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 to my phone.
Like you're
They
stressed
should
out.
you're
probably
stressed.
calm the fuck down.
But no, so they have ballistic calculators in these now.
that's
For
dope.
shooting, yeah. So all of your like all the apps, they just go right to your watch.
Maybe I just need to update because I hate the square face of the apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I wish that you could do is like it would update your fitness tracker,
Mhm.
the rings.
Let me know,
on
dude.
your
I'll get you a
Apple.
deal on one. We're dealers for
Really?
Garmin,
All
so
right. Maybe I'll update it eventually. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, So yeah, store expansion, double the square foot. It truly does look awesome. And you guys are
Thanks.
only halfway done. You and Matt just built those slat walls. Those things are sick.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
it
we
looks
have
so
so
good.
much. Matter of fact, I'm getting text messages right now from Savior, so we're putting a big Savior wall in. And this thing's been delayed, and it's kind of slowing us up getting the showroom floor put together.
Yeah.
And huge shipments of Savior. It's gonna be amazing.
When is
But
Shout out Savior Gear though, because they make fucking.
dude, they
such
make
an-
great stuff.
I
It's a great company in
love-
general. They're a huge supporter
Yeah.
of all three of my shops, and they
they
make-
treat their dealers well.
they do.
That's huge. Like I think what a lot of people don't realize when they're shopping, especially in brick and mortars, is it says a lot about a company. And I don't think most general consumers have this visibility. It says a lot about a company, how they treat their dealers, the kind
Yeah.
of margins that they give them, the way that they just treat them generally, like trying to strong arm them into purchases that they, stuff that they can't or likely won't move,
Yeah,
just so that they can flush out their inventory.
they've been a pretty good partner of ours, and it's unfortunate because here the store was so small, I couldn't have a huge showing of their products. Now it's going to be
Like a
lights
whole
out.
wall,
It's,
right?
it's going to be huge whole wall. So we'll
Yeah.
have every stitch of their SKUs, and
Love it.
I'm excited.
You're doing a grand reopening.
Yeah,
Party deal?
March 1st. Yeah, so if there's any vendors that want to get on board with that, hit me up at rob@boiseblackrifle.com. You guys are going to be there, right?
Yeah, I heard SimShot was going to be there.
Yeah.
I
So
heard that.
it's going to be a big deal.
Who are those guys?
It's not
Bunch of
confirmed
dickheads
yet,
from
but I
Meridian.
believe we're going to be having a Glock day. If not, we're going to fill in with another manufacturer. But I believe it is going to be a Glock day, so we'll have a Glock rep on site. I haven't signed the contract. There's going to be 50 guns that we're going to be buying just for super deals on them. I
Sick.
can't obviously
Disclose
disclose the pricing because it breaks
map.
policy, but yeah, there's going to be Glock rep on site. Anybody that's ever been to a Glock day, there's a lot of giveaways, and then they'll have the rep on site. So if you bring an old Glock and it has any issues, they'll take a look at it and they'll put free parts in it. So pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, my
And if you
Glock
buy
just so happens
sites, they'll
to-
just install them right then.
I
while
think
you
it
wait.
still has to be factory though.
Oh.
For
Yeah,
them to do
It is
that.
factor.
It
is
factory. It's a
factory.
factory trigger bar.
It is.
I
Yeah.
mean, well, no, I put in the Ghost,
Oh, you changed the trigger bar? You mean the connector?
the whole little setup behind the trigger,
The connector.
all whatever.
Yeah, the trigger bar. Did you take the trigger bar off the? No, it doesn't matter.
It came in a box.
Yeah.
Came in a box.
I don't know.
But yeah, so March 1st.
Yeah.
So
Pretty big.
happy to have you. Hopefully you'll be in town.
Yeah, I think I should be there.
That'll be good.
So
Oh.
I think I planned my trip around that because my wife's birthday's on the 8th.
And I think we're gonna have a food
So-
truck. I'm not sure yet, 100%. I
March,
know
baby?
USCCA is gonna be out there. They sent a huge email blast out for people to register.
I
That
haven't
was really
gotten
cool.
it yet, so
You didn't get that yet?
I'll have to look.
All right.
But I did
I'm happy.
unsubscribe from everything because if you are USCCA, Tim Schmidt, man, fucking all day
Blows
like,
you
hey,
up.
hey.
Yeah.
Oh, also,
That's
did
all
you-
automated.
Hey, it's just crazy. I was like, all right, Tim.
That's what?
we're
It's
done.
all automated.
It
Oh,
is. Yeah, he's not
all
doing
automated.
it, but it comes from him.
He's like Jeremy Send.
I love this guy.
So
You
if you
know-
guys haven't been in the new store, get down there.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
open right now.
check
They're
it
still
out.
they're still
Bro,
open for business.
It is so funny to see somebody that hasn't been in like a month,
I
right?
was like, what happened?
And they're like, "Whoa, what did you
Yeah.
guys do?" And we're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Did you guys expand?" We're like, "Yeah, we took the wall down." Like they're like
Nope.
trying to figure out like what's going on.
Yeah, it was
I
different.
don't remember it being.
I love
like
how the
this.
hat shop sign is still up over there.
Yeah, dude, I've been having the hardest time finding like somebody that can actually get out there, get that off, put our new sign up. Like I've had like 4.
What sign are you
people.
putting up? Are you going to do the actual?
It's going to be our
logo?
logo. It'll be
Yeah.
our logo, but it'll just
Because
it
the
won't
other
be
one
a-
just says guns and ammo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a thing in Idaho? Because I feel like all the gun stores say guns and ammo.
I don't know. So that sign came off my original building in
Yeah.
Rockland, and it
Yeah.
wouldn't. The whole thing would not fit on the Citrus Heights store because the permitting goes by per square footage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Same thing here. So that sign was longer with the logo, but it was too big for the square footage of the front of the store. So we had to cut that sign, make it like 2-piece, and
Yeah.
stack it on top. Now that we have both square footages, I can get it actually on the other side of the building and the front.
Just a
So
big fucking glowing rifle.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
You know, if Glock can't be there, you could reach out to SIG and do like a SIG day for the SIGgers.
Yeah, no.
And they'll give explosive deals. Do you guys see how long I waited for that one? Oh,
He's a
you-
comedian.
When did that come? When did that joke
fuck,
pop
it
in?
came in when he said Glock
Yeah.
days. I was like, oh, because I mean, SIG does have some explosive deals.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat them. Yeah. Blow your
But
fucking
we've
hand
got
off.
some big things happening for 2025. I'm excited about it. There's a lot of growth happening for Boise. I can't say so much for the Sacramento store. The new law that went in effect in July 1st with the tax that really hurt California
Yeah, can you
dealers.
Just in general, talk through it.
So I know that a new tax went on. What?
It's 11% on any serialized part or ammunition or firearm
On
And
top of
sales tax.
And sales tax in Sacramento is what, 9?
It's 7.75.
That's actually surprisingly low. In San
Or
Jose, I think it was like
7.80.
9.
I don't know. I believe it's 7.75.
Okay, so total
So it makes
18% tax.
19%. Yeah. And that's just, I mean, dude, some of these
wild.
Bay Area dealers are like more in the Bay Area where the city taxes are way higher.
Yeah.
Makes it very expensive to buy.
Well, there's a guy out here who
To buy
has a store
local.
here and
Yeah.
a guy in San Jose, or a store in San Jose, right?
Yeah.
I only could imagine what that's doing to business for him in San Jose.
Does
I
that
don't know.
include items that transfer in from like an online
anything.
entity?
Doesn't matter where it's purchased from.
So if it comes through your store,
It's
that tax is getting put
11%,
onto it.
yeah.
Jeez Louise.
So and I know
Wow.
there's some challenge to that now. I mean, it's completely like I know people argue
They're trying to tax gun dealers out of
out
existence.
of existence. Yeah. So they made
And
it
it's
very
gonna-
difficult.
And it's going to work.
They could.
They're at least some are going to.
I
go
mean,
under.
listen, I'm not going to say that we're immune to it because we've had to lay off a few people down at SAC. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know, it really sucks, but it's part of business, you know, if you're going to try to keep the store open. But I can tell you this, each year it gets more difficult to do business in California. And it's almost like at what point as an owner do you take a look at your bottom line? Is the risk, like, is the reward better than the risk? Because every
Yeah.
firearm too that we sell, we could be responsible for that on the end if it's used in a crime. They did make that law as well
in California.
it's
in
crazy.
California.
So you sell somebody a gun,
yeah,
then they break bad
Yeah.
and go shoot someone illegally.
and it goes to everything, like the minimum wage requirements, all of the, you know, and I want to be a great employer and I want to take care of our employees, but at what point, you know, you have these mandatory breaks and the lunches and all these crazy things, and the margins just keep slipping away. And then the customers, they're trying to be as loyal as possible, but
Yeah.
dude, their budgets have
Well, right.
decreased, and to throw another 11% in the mix just to buy something, it's like,
Well,
know?
it's like all the love in the world, right? But if I can buy the same thing for $100 cheaper, you know what I mean? Like,
but where are
that's
you going to do that?
that's
You can't.
really tough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so there's a lot that
I
goes
guarantee
into
you,
it.
a
So,
lot of people in California are driving out of state to make their purchases.
oh, I'm sure if they live on a border,
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't make sense to drive, you know, with gas prices and shit like that. But I mean, at some point, I'm going to have to look at it. You know, I have a lease down there and I have long-term employees, which I have to take a look at it. And that's 2025. We're going to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Um,
See how that really affects business.
yeah. When I have two other stores that don't have the headaches that
Yeah,
the Sacramento store brings to me personally, like I worry about it every night.
Which is crazy because
You know?
Nevada's a liberal state too.
Yeah, I mean, it really isn't liberal. I mean, more of southern Nevada is like, that's where all the population is, obviously.
Yeah.
Clark County, all that down in Vegas, Henderson area. I mean, there's a lot of people. It's only a 45-minute drive to LA
Yeah.
from there. So you have a lot of people that live over there and come over.
You can get to LA in 45 minutes
I
from
think so,
Vegas?
from
No, not
I
that.
believe so.
That
Maybe
has
an
to be
hour.
It's close,
It's
but
close.
it's not 45 minutes. Let's see. Las Vegas.
It's close.
Sorry, because now I'm just thinking about the movie. What is it?
Casino.
No. Bradley Cooper.
Oh, Hangover.
Hangover. I'm like, did they really just with the top down drive 1 hour and fucking?
I think it's like 45 minutes.
that's insane.
Let's see.
On a map,
Las-
it does not look that close. It's like 3 fingers across.
No, it's 4 hours.
It's 4 hours?
Yes, 270 miles.
Whew.
Dang.
I was tripping.
Well,
That's to LA, like Anaheim.
Okay. Well, I was wrong. But so as you know,
Yeah.
we're growing, hedging our bets here in Idaho.
Yep.
Personally, like, it's very simple to open up a business in Idaho. It's very business friendly.
Yeah.
It is.
The regulations are little to none. I mean, Meridian's a little bit different, you know?
Dude, I remember when we incorporated Factor, we got our sales permit and we were trying to go live with our website, and we realized that they had post dated our sales permit. And being California guys, we were afraid to do
Yeah,
anything without
exactly.
all of your paperwork perfectly in order. So I literally blocked an entire day to spend resolving the sales permit issue.
You know what's crazy though? You can actually get on the phone with somebody here.
Yep.
So here's the point of my story. So I call up the I can't remember what office it is, but I call up I think it was some sort of tax office or treasurer or whatever, Secretary of State, something like that. Got an answer on the first ring.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Literally, she was like, "Oh, here's my email address. Just send me the information, your permit number, what date it has, and what date you want. And then you guys are good. Go ahead and start selling. I'll just issue a new one."
Yep.
I was like, Are
So
you
I had
sure?
I had
Are
an
you trying to
issue.
put me in jail?
Yeah, literally.
So,
and
where's
sure, so I
Ashton?
did exactly what she said. And like a month later, it came post dated to the date that I had specified. I couldn't believe it.
So I had an issue with SIF, which is the state of Idaho's work comp.
Mhm.
So you guys are both owners, so you guys don't have work comp here. But when you have employees, you have to have work comp. Obviously, covers any type work related injury or
Yeah.
disabilities, things of that nature. But it's called SIF here, and somehow we were not getting the correspondence from SIF to the shop. Like they were getting put in somebody else's mailbox. Wasn't getting them.
Like physical mailbox?
Like a physical mailbox. And so I had gone on, I'm like, dude, I haven't seen this notice for a while. Like, what the hell's going on? So I log on, I make an account, boom, fucking canceled. So I had zero work comp. I'm like, oh, fuck. And so I'm going through the thing, and it's like, oh, you're going to have this fee, you're going to have this fee.
Like back?
Like all this back. And then I'm like, holy shit, what if something would have happened? Like, dude, that could have put us out of business, this, that, and the other. Dude, same thing.
No worries.
I call the 800 number. They're like, ooh, yeah, that's not good. Okay, what day? Okay, well, she's looking in the computer, and she's like, okay, I need you to do this, do this. I need a payroll report, blah, blah, blah. Fucking dude, within an hour, this lady had me dialed, reinstated. I paid the fee. I paid the penalty, which was like $1,500.
Yeah.
Because you're like left your employees,
Uncovered.
uncovered.
Yeah.
So it's like a big no-no. And she's like, here's the deal. We're going to prorate this fee. Like, we're going to go back. We're going to prorate the fee. I know that it's not your fault. Can we what is your suite number? This, that, and the other. And I was like, listen, I don't even want to do it paper anymore. Send it all electronic. It'll come straight to me. But dude, Idaho in that aspect is
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that is never happening in California.
No.
Ever.
And not only that, but you'll spend a half a day just trying to get through the phone tree to talk to a real person.
Yeah, it's
And then
crazy.
more than likely, you're going to talk to not the right person.
Well, and that's the same thing with DOJ.
Yeah,
too.
please
Cal
hold. Let me
DOJ.
transfer you.
You
That's a
can't.
different
So if you
department.
call with an issue like the Cal DOJ, they will not even give you a name. They will maybe give you their first name. They will not give you a last name, and they give you a unique number that is to them. But there's no accountability for anything.
That's
so you get
crazy.
somebody on the line that does not have a fucking clue of what they're talking about, and they're like, oh, they're looking off like a, they have like their syllabus. Oh, this happened. Okay, they're gonna go over here. Oh, okay, yeah. It's just like a matrix,
Yep.
and you're stuck in it, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But here it's like pretty cool.
Yeah.
But going back to it, as a business owner, 2025, we have really good things happening for Boise. We have really good things happening for Nevada. I'm optimistic about California because there's a lot of new things going to be hitting the California handgun roster. However, that 11% tax has made things very difficult for my shop. I know for other shops, and the distributors, dude. I mean, that's the real test.
Oh, yeah.
Right. The distributors, when California is like one of the biggest states, even with all of its restrictions.
Yeah, people want guns in
They want
California.
guns there. Like they buy a lot of guns. And when, dude, the distributors are like, hey, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to split up your bill. I'm willing to order it. We'll ship you this many at a time. Like, bro, there's
They're
an
hurting.
issue going on. And that's only for the sack store. They're like, I mean, I get deals here too, and they do a lot of things for us because we buy a lot, having that buying power with 3
Right.
stores, but they are really putting it on thick in the California market. So
I believe that.
we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But
That's
yes,
crazy, man.
the expansion for Boise has been very positive, and it's
Yeah.
been positive with the customers. They're coming in. They're like super jazzed about.
Well, that's what you're
Dang.
saying. You were like, dude, the energy's different. And the
The-
store's not even like
It's
polished
not even
yet.
done yet,
Like it looks great. Don't get me wrong, but it's not polished. And it's going to look.
bro.
It's gonna look
I don't
so
even know
sick.
how I'm gonna pay for it all yet, but I might have to take a second on the house. But dude, we have so much fucking inventory coming, dude.
It's going to look so good.
I cannot wait. And dude, honestly, like little, like hats off to Matt. He's my part-time
Yeah.
retired guy. Bro, the guy is such a helpful. I mean, dude, my whole fucking crew, but Matt, like his wife's like, hey, dude, you're retired and you're only supposed to be at work at 3 days. Why is Rob over here at the house welding? Like,
Yeah.
why are you guys staying up all night long getting this stuff done? Dude, if it wasn't for him, like literally, I pulled the permit with Meridian. We started demo actually before we got the permit, but we started demo. They didn't know. We pulled the permits, pulled down the wall literally in one fucking day.
Yeah, I remember.
They came back and did an inspection. They're like, oh, you guys need to do this, do that. We did it. Then the very next day, we were doing all of this stuff, just Matt and I. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We built out the offices, built out the rooms, framed up the doors. Like, dude, it was just crazy. And it just all worked out. You know what I mean? I'm the guy that usually just pays somebody to do something.
Yeah.
But dude, as you guys know, Idaho, it's very difficult to get anybody to do anything.
Yeah.
Especially good.
Good. Yeah, exactly. So I said, fuck it. We're going to do it ourselves. You know what I mean?
And it looks great.
Dude, and I saved a ton of fucking money and did it ourselves, and it came out awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm not a contractor, but dude, got a set of plans. We have a customer.
Well, dude, and it's like it's not hard to frame a wall. It's not hard to hang rock. It's, you get somebody to do the paint.
And we subbed out the paint because I
know.
didn't want to do it. I hate painting. And we subbed out the guys to drywall to make the actual walls look good.
Yeah.
But dude, we had a customer. He's an engineer. He did up all the plans, dude. And it just, if you follow him, it's like putting Legos together.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It literally
Blueprints
is.
are fucking sweet, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Blueprints
It's awesome.
are pretty fucking dope.
But yes, super excited. March 1st, grand reopening.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome, dude.
Will
yeah.
Matt be there?
Matt will be there.
Everyone say thank you to Matt.
Yeah.
Everybody
You know?
will be there.
He is a really great guy in general. You know,
He's a wealth of knowledge too.
Oh, dude.
The guy can literally take apart and put together anything.
Bro,
Yeah.
he has taken out so he bought his son a Subaru out of California. He sent one of his buddies to go look at this car for his son because Subarus are a lot less expensive in California than they are here in Idaho. So he finds this
There's
deal
a lot
on
more
like,
lesbians in California.
so he finds this fucking deal on Marketplace, sends one of his other buddies down to look at it that lives local, I think in Elk Grove. His buddy's like, yeah, the fucking car is fucking awesome. Matt drives all the way down there. Or no, I think he flew down
to drive it back.
to drive it back, and the fucking thing broke down before he even got out of Sacramento. Dude, it was a massive leaking sieve of a fucking vehicle. He took the engine out of it because he's mechanically twice and still couldn't fix it. Like, dude, he
rebuilt
everything.
the entire engine.
And then finally, dude, it still was leaking. He was like, I fucking give up. Put it on Marketplace here, was completely transparent with the new guy. And he's like, I really don't want to sell it to you because the guy had like a family. And he's like, no, I really need this car. It's like fits my budget. You did all this stuff. If it leaks a little oil, I'm fucking totally good with it. And he's like, I don't want to sell it to you. Like the guy's like begging him. So he's taken the engine out of that thing twice. He's taken the engine out of his wagon like 3 times, or put a built engine in that wagon of his like 3 times. Because it had an oil leak too. Like,
he's into the car more than he spent on it.
Oh yeah. He's just a great guy. He's mechanically inclined. He's a retired cop, and he's just a fucking great guy.
I know.
He's just such a wealth of knowledge. He's older, so there's no fucks given. Like, you give him a task, he's on it. He ain't putting up with any bullshit.
He's just a good dude.
He's a good dude.
And he's always like, every time I go in to see him, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, man. Like, he's happy.
Yeah, dude.
He seems pretty
loves
cheerful.
being there. Like, I can't pay him enough. He's retired. He has a pension from the sheriff's department. Like, I can't even pay the guy enough, and he just loves to be there.
It's worth his time because he likes being there.
Yeah. It's awesome. You know, and in all of my staff, I think at
your
all of the
core
stores,
crew
it's the
has
same.
finally distilled down to this like group of dudes who just jive really well.
Yeah, the vibe in the Boise store is awesome.
Yeah.
The vibe at the Spark store is amazing. I think Sacramento, we've been through some transitions, so there's like a little bit of a lull right now, but that is like the core. That Sacramento store is like, they're homies, right?
Dude, they're your OGs.
They're the OGs.
Yep.
Yeah.
They've been with you like literally since.
Dude, I couldn't do any of this without any of my employees. Honestly, like that.
Oh yeah,
it's huge to me. Like I'm very.
You have 3
thankful.
massive operations.
Yeah, it's an undertaking.
And
sure.
and a full blown e-com.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Like, I mean, we talk about your 3 stores a lot, but you've got shopblackrifle.com, which is effectively selling all of the same inventory that you have in all 3 shops. Like that's a lot to manage.
That's about ready to go through a major transformation too. Like, our whole point of sale system's changing. That's changing like this year, like soon. And I'm scared to death to learn another system because I've got this thing perfected over the 18 years.
Yeah.
But
The POS, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's all going to integrate. So hopefully it'll make us more money. It'll sell us more online because it's like a drop ship platform. Pulls from all the distributors. So we don't really like if it's non-serialized item or restricted item, it's going straight to your door, straight from the manufacturer. So super stoked about that.
That's dope.
But again, I'm not very technical. I mean, dude, I get set in my ways. So it's going to be a huge learning curve. for
Alexa,
myself.
play country music.
So hopefully the reports, because that's all really I look at. I run a report multiple times a day. Every morning when I get up at like 5 in the morning, that's the first thing I do. Run a report.
Yep.
See the common names throughout all 3 stores because you could see all the customers that are like diehards. Like you have customers that come in multiple times a week, and so I want to stay on top of those. Thank those people. Thank everybody actually for buying from us. But I like to run the reports. So this new system, when I was looking at it in the beta, I was like, ooh, it's not as easy. So hopefully they'll design an app that won't be like, because right now everything's on an app, for our stores. So we'll see. But yeah, lots of good things happening.
You have a Shop Black Rifle app?
No. So our POS, it's all
Yes.
app driven.
Yes. I'm tracking now.
But I would like to have a app for the stores.
That's
You know,
doable.
that's
Yeah,
a
that's
big
doable.
sim shot hit list, and it's really expensive.
Well,
is.
it depends on the functionality. It's pretty easy to do if all you're trying to do is take your website and stick it into a downloadable app, because literally all it's doing is connecting to the internet
Yeah.
and then it's your website in app form.
Yeah, we just need
That's pretty.
an app with scheduling and checkout. That's all I need.
That shouldn't be that expensive for you.
Oh, every app person I've looked at, and like I got a quote, and it was like 8,000, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
It just
But
needs
I
to
know
say
all
sim
of
shot
that
and
stuff
show
though,
a
like those
schedule.
texts. So our text marketing, like if someone's listening to this and you're in the text marketing realm of things, I know there's a guy that we're using here locally. I'm not going to talk bad on him or anything, but the fees are so fucking expensive, bro.
Text message, like
Yeah,
SMS
it's
marketing.
Yes,
stupid expensive.
it's stupid expensive, especially at the level that we have collected data over the last 18 years. That is like 50, 60,000 legitimate phone numbers. Like we weeded out, like we paid that guy, that company to weed out the bad
Non-viable.
Yeah, the
phone numbers.
non-deliverable ones.
And we have like
Yeah.
50 or 60,000. And every time I send one to a dude, I probably need to learn how to use it a little bit better than just sending a blanket email. Like I wish I could target it between the stores, which I'm gonna have to work on. But every time I send one to like 20,000 people, dude, it's like $500 a month.
Yeah.
Or a text. I'm sorry, a text, not a month. So if I send it to 20,000 people, it's like $500.
Do you always like triple check your spelling?
No, I'm the worst at it. If I don't have my glasses on, dude,
$500. You're like, fuck, I spelled gun wrong.
dude, it's
Put
happened.
an
I've had
E
people
in
like
G.
call me out on it. But if I dude, I just recently got new contacts. Like I'm getting older, so my eyes are starting to fail me a little bit. So I told a lady at the optometrist at Costco, she's freaking awesome. They're gun owners, they're customers of ours. But she's like, do you want to see better far away? And I said, listen, I just need my fucking dot crystal clear. That's it. Cause I've graduated to all dots now on my pistols and they're huge.
Oh.
I'm like, that's all I got to see. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going to make it where you could see very far away, but you're not going to be able to see up close. Dude, I don't even have my readers
So
on
you have
me.
to wear readers.
Oh
up
my
close.
goodness. Yeah. And if I don't do that, everything's getting misspelled.
See, I have astigmatisms in both eyes. And so for me, it's not far or near. It's like my vision.
Starburst.
Dude, no, this is the way I
Night
describe it.
driving,
And
dude, it's terrible for me.
It's perfect. This is a perfect description. My vision without contacts or corrective lenses on is like watching TV in 480. And then when I put lenses on, I go to 4K.
Yeah.
It's like watching a boob tube from like 1995
Yeah.
versus watching 4K.
Cinemax.
Yeah.
It's all blurry. You're like, I think that's a titty.
Like that's
Enter. Remember
that's
that shit,
yeah.
dude? Enter.
That's the difference for me. So it's not near or far. It's just clarity.
I'm the worst. So I wear contacts. I am the worst. And I wear dailies.
I do too.
I won't take them out for weeks. Dude, oh yeah.
You sleep in them?
Oh, bro. I am the
Dude, you
worst.
can get major eye infections.
Listen.
Yeah, my wife had
I've
one
I've
once.
been there. I've done that. They've told me all the things that are going to happen to my eyes.
How do your eyes not dry out when
Dude,
you
they
sleep
do.
in your
Like,
contacts?
bro, I have the worst headache sometimes when I wake up.
Like,
I'm like,
How do you get them wet?
I just throw them away. So I buy packs of them. Like,
so
dude,
I buy a full year at once.
Yeah, me too. Big old box.
So,
bricks
but
of
you
them.
do change them every day.
No.
What?
Yeah, I'm an idiot. If anybody optometrist is listening, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go blind probably.
You're
But-
definitely
so
gonna go
anyhow, this morning I woke up like sometime at night last night. I must have just was like and they fell out. So or I'll fucking flip them out, dude. I'm like, dude, it hurts. Yeah. So
Flick 'em.
anyhow, so this morning I woke up and it's like take a shower, do all my things, put new ones in. Like, dude, like right now, everything is so
crispy.
But after like a week of blinking and they're
Yeah,
like,
because they're dailies.
I should
This
honestly.
is not surprising at all.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be changed daily.
I know. Yeah. So I'm the worst. But
So,
anyhow, so my
I should
eyesight is
revisit.
like eagle eyes, but anything here,
I can't
No.
see a fucking thing. Ever.
you can't ever.
Do you need contacts?
Well, do you got some I could use? No, I'm just kidding. So
Here,
I went to the optometrist.
Yeah, Rob will let you borrow his.
When me and Erica first got married and we both had like kick-ass healthcare and we're like, yeah, we should go get our eyes checked. I went to get, and I had, mind you, I never really thought about it. I never really thought anything of the blurriness of my entire world
Mhm.
at all. Like when I read, I'm always just like, I'll hold the book like this and I'm like,
Oh, get readers, dude.
fuck, you know? And never thought anything of it because no one ever was just like, hey, how do you see it? And I'm just like, oh, it's normal. This is just how I've always seen. And fucking, I went to an optometrist and they're like, holy shit. Like, you're blind as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I have stigmatisms in both eyes. And like, perfect example, like the rifle behind you has a Trijicon scope on it. I can see the top like distinction of the upside down triangle. Everything else looks blurred. That's it. I could just tell.
Yeah,
that
you
that's
need to
where
get
the
some
logo
corrective.
starts. So when I drive at night, like we were driving up to McCall for our anniversary back.
You know
in
you
October.
train people to shoot guns, right?
Yeah, it's great, and I'm good at it too. It's fucking weird.
He's
They're like,
pretty,
what
he's a dead eye too. How do you see the target?
I luck.
He just puts the dot in the middle of where he thinks it should go.
Yeah.
Maybe that just goes to show, like
I
how
don't need sights.
front post focus was front sight focus was your. That's how it always should have been. Blurry target.
I can't even remember using my sights ever, really. To be
Intuitive
honest.
shooting.
I've always just kind of point shoot.
Even now with dots?
shoot. With red dots, I see a red dot, but it looks like a starburst. Even on the lowest setting, like when it's sunny outside and I drop my dot.
What dot
down
are
a
you
little bit,
using?
Well, I have Delta Point Pros that are blurry. I have Sig Romeo Max that's blurry. I have the
Yeah, that's your
507
eyes. That's
comp
not the
that's
dot.
blurry.
So this weekend at your class, funny thing about vision, right? So I wasn't really following your shooting in the dirt thing, so I was like really shooting on my target,
That's
and I
fine,
was
I
just
don't care.
making cat buttholes like every one of them. But dude, when Justin, my buddy that took the class, I've looked through them through the store. I don't have any, like, I have EOTechs on like almost all of my
Everything,
rifles.
yeah.
And I love EOTech, but I've never put an E-Flex on any of my pistols. Dude, I had shot his gun with that E-Flex. Dude, that is besides the HD, the Trijicon HD that's on my Atlas and a couple other guns.
The RMR HD.
Yes. Besides that dot was the most crystal clear dot I've ever looked through. I was like, damn, that
I might have
is
to
amazing.
visit that. I need a big window for competing and for shooting.
And I do love the Delta Point Pro. That's what I'm rocking on my
I still have a
Staccato
Gen
right
1
now.
RMR on my daily carry.
An RMR. It's so
the first
small,
gen,
They're
dude.
so
The one where you
small.
had to put the little rubber gasket to
Yep.
pad it so it didn't like turn off and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
I don't know. I just like
did
It
that
works.
window this weekend, does it get dirty? Super dirty? I think, dude, the open emitter, I don't really, I might start going to a closed emitter.
it's just from all your
Mailbox?
belly cheese.
Yeah, it's just, dude, because these 2011s, they're dirty, dude. It seems
Yeah,
like.
your
you
hands
get-
were fucking.
Well, it's like if you carry
Your three
appendix, you're
fingers
gonna
on your
get
support hand were fucking black.
Dude.
yeah,
And
like
I run
skin
this thing
flakes
pretty
and shit
dry,
in it.
but
Like yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honest to God, I really don't know how I shoot so well. Like I really
dude,
don't.
go get
no,
contacts.
you're a pretty good shot and you're fast too, which is wild.
Yeah, I can
They
put
just-
I can put a 7-yard villager out in like 188 and have like a grouping fucking 2 inches max, maybe.
Dude, go get contacts or go get glasses.
So here's the thing. I went to the optometrist, like, you're blind as fuck. I could see like the first line and they're like, is it clear now? Is it clear now? Is it clear now? And I'm like, none of it.
Do you have a Costco membership?
Yeah. I have
It's
an optometrist
$110 or $99.
Go to the Meridian Eyes in the Meridian Costco.
Yeah,
She is awesome.
That's our customer.
Yeah.
Dude, she's badass.
She is awesome.
So
That's where we go.
Shout out Meridian Eyes.
I know.
I have a
They're
prescription.
good. You know that they rent that? They're contracted to be in
To
there.
be there.
They're like,
Yeah.
they
Oh, it's not
own their,
Costco?
No, they
Oh,
own their own.
It's independent.
That's
It's
dope.
independent.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They
I got
got-
prescription glasses, and the first time, like, I put them on and was like, and this is when I worked at like a desk job as a project manager for electrical and stuff. I put them on and I was just like, is this like really what the fuck people see?
Yeah.
Like, is this what people? I was like looking
Oh,
at
yeah.
people's faces, like,
It's
not
4K.
even kidding, dude. It is fuck. I was like, holy shit! I never realized how blind I was until that moment.
Dude,
Really,
My mom told me when she first got her glasses, she didn't realize that trees had like individual leaves. She's like,
it's like a little kid drawing. Yeah, it's crazy. So get this though, but then my brain, me being the hypochondria freakazoid in my OCD obsessed brain, was like, okay, so if I wear these glasses, at what point do I need to change my prescription? And they said, oh, sometimes a year, sometimes 2 years, every once in a while, your eyes change. And I'm like, okay, so what if I don't wear glasses? And they're like, oh, then you're just going to be blind, like blurry. And I'm like, okay, I'm not losing vision. They said,
no, you are. Like you're the more you strain your eyes,
Yeah, you're straining yourself.
you are going to your
As
vision.
I look at you blurry
Yeah.
right now.
Do you get
your
headaches and
vision
shit?
is going to
Not really.
continue to change, and it's going to change more drastically the more your eye strains.
So the way I was thinking about it, and I think there is validity to this. Hear me out. I think
I'm
that
just
if-
getting ready to debunk you, and I don't
That's
even
fine.
know
Go
what you're
ahead.
going to say.
Debunk me if you can. I don't know you as an optometrist, so I think I have a good argument here. I think we're both about baseline in our optometry knowledge. If you wear glasses, your eyes adjust to those glasses rapidly. Then you get a new prescription, they adjust to those. I think your eyesight worsens faster with glasses.
You're thinking about it backwards.
And here's the thing: if they don't sell contacts or glasses, what good is an optometrist?
You're thinking about it backwards.
Optometrist.
Your eyes
Oh my goodness.
are adjusting to seeing clearly
But then why do I need another prescription?
because no matter what, your eyes are changing. Your vision is constantly changing.
Like,
So-
you see that word right there
Yeah,
On
I
the-
can read it.
on
you
that light?
can't.
That is a white bar.
So this is my point. You're thinking about it wrong.
It's that
You're,
bad?
you're
It's
thinking
pretty
about
bad.
you're thinking about putting glasses on, and your eyes are changing to meet the needs of the glasses. Right? That's how you're thinking about it.
Adjusting and then it's getting worse faster.
Correct. That's not the case. What is happening is the lens is changing the way the light is refracting into your eyes. So
I don't
your
want
eyes,
that, though. I don't want refracting.
so your
Sounds
eyes,
terrible.
so your eyes don't have to work as hard to process the light that's going into
Just
them.
go see her.
Well,
Dude-
now that I'm thinking about it, my eyes feel weird.
Yeah,
go.
because you can't see anything, dude.
There we go.
You would probably be a happier person if you just could see.
Yeah.
It's so funny too. Like, I'll be sitting and everyone's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Nothing."
Oh, because you look angry. Yeah.
Scowling.
Yeah.
dude, so
It's
I
like
used
you're
to-
furrowing your eyebrows.
I used to do music at our church, and it was before I got glasses and contacts, and everybody thought that I was just an angry guy, like up there singing like Jesus loves me. And I was like, no, I just can't see.
Yeah. I will say though, I have a prescription pair of sunglasses from Heatwave Visual, which, by the way, shout out to Heatwave Visual. I would love you to sponsor the show. Best fucking sunglasses on the market, in my opinion. No one can compete, and they do prescription. All their sunglasses are Z81 plus or whatever.
I don't even know what that
They're
means.
safety glasses.
Oh, okay.
So like, if you get a shotgun to the face, your eyes will be okay.
Oh, it's
your
not
face
gonna
won't.
shatter.
Yeah. They're amazing. They're OSHA compliant. They're great. Anyways, I have a pair of prescription sunglasses from them, and I wore them shooting once, and I was experiencing a ton of fucking parallax. So I wasn't hitting where I thought I was hitting, really, at the distance I was shooting in. But my God, was my fucking dot crystal clear.
That's
and then I
cool.
stopped wearing because I wasn't hitting where I thought I was. I was like, fuck this shit.
Well, you're probably just used to shooting in a blur.
But when I shoot in a blur, I'm fucking just alpha. It's just fucking A zone. So it's like,
Yeah,
shit,
you're putting your dot in the middle of where you think it's supposed to be.
where I know it needs to be.
Yeah.
And then I can also, I mean, I'm still able to call my shots. Like, I can track. I don't know. I'm blind as fuck.
But you can't see your holes.
I could like see if
If you can't read that word, there is
You can't see the
0%
holes.
chance
so when
you
there's
are looking at the bullet holes in those
I don't
targets.
need to see a bolt hole to call my shot though. That's not what shot calling is.
No, I know. You're
Yeah.
saying you know where you broke your shot.
Yeah, where my
your
dot
sight
left
was.
from
Right,
is
I
where
get
my
that.
shot goes. But what is even more comical is when I drive at night. Like in October, it was like the last time
Dude,
I
my
really
night
did.
driving is terrible.
I did the
Oh,
whole
you
drive
get all
to
the
McCall.
halos
I
and
hate it.
Whole drive to McCall, and every time a car passed us, I'm not even fucking kidding you, it was complete blindness for a good 2 seconds.
yeah.
And then it'd be back.
Oh, mine's not that
Bruh.
bad. And if I'm wearing contacts, it's a little halo-y, but if I wear glasses, I'm perfectly clear.
It's like looking through a fucking kaleidoscope when cars come towards
Yeah.
me.
That's
So I used to
terrifying.
have the front windshield of my truck tinted. You know, all my windows are tinted.
Yeah.
But I used to have the front windshield before I had to replace it because all the rock chips here. But so we have 0 street lights where we live.
Yep.
Like we don't have any.
Rich people shit.
We don't have any sidewalks. They're all ditches. You know, everything's
it's
just a
country roads.
runoff ditch. So when you're turning, like, and you got side glass, it's tinted. The front window, dude, you can't. So I roll down my window when I pull into my, you know, because I don't want to cut the neighbor's rocks off. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
everybody does anyhow. But like, I can't see shit. But when oncoming car is coming out there, when it's pitch dark,
Yeah.
it is so bad. The light, and I'm like, I probably should get some like driving glasses.
Yeah.
You know, like different colored lenses, like yellow lenses or something.
I
Like
just
total
don't-
old man shit.
I just don't-
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, it is.
Fuck.
makes a difference, dude. It's just the way it transmits light.
Yeah, it
I have the
sucks.
same. I've got different color lenses for my snowboard goggles,
Yeah.
like for different light conditions. For sunny days, I wear like really dark mirrored lenses. For low light days, I've got like yellow and rose colored lenses. It just helps you see the snow better.
Go get glasses.
You need to go get glasses, dude. I know you're being all hypochondriac, but I'm just going to tell you, your ideas are stupid.
Yeah. Completely stupid.
I'll tell you what.
I love you.
So we went off
Your
on a
ideas are
tangent on glasses and eyewear. How did we do that? in
I love
this?
you. I love you too. And,
Like we were
and
just going to talk about all the good things we were going to do this year, and you're going to get glasses.
But that's going to be a good thing of 2025.
Yeah.
okay, but here also too. Let's go flip side. I have a pair of prescription glasses sitting at my desk.
Okay, we got to get off the glasses.
somewhere. Okay, hold. I'm
Go
fucking
get 'em.
going.
Okay,
still. We're
okay,
talking.
okay. All right.
I look super gay with glasses on.
I mean, I don't think that we all look great with them. I mean, it's just part
So
of life.
contacts, but I'm scared to touch my eyes.
Well, you know,
You'll get over that real quick once you
Yeah.
start putting them in.
I saw a chick get hit in the eye with a fucking dart.
You know, you talk
the other
such
day.
like a big like alpha bro game.
Yeah.
And over here gagging and talking about setting your glasses or
Dude, it
touching
does
your
suck.
eyes.
At first, sometimes I can't. put
I
'em
can
in.
do it on my like with no mirror in the backcountry elk hunting,
I don't know if I could do that.
and I just like
Yeah, I could.
Even you just doing that, like literally just sent like yucks down my spine, bro.
yucks down.
Yuck.
Golly.
Dude,
At what
spiders
Point, at what
touching
point can't
eyes?
they put contacts on your eyeball? Like, cause I think I'm like a 3.75.
I don't know. My
should
eyes
get
are
LASIK.
shaped like this and not like this.
Yeah.
And it's astigmatism.
Yeah.
So yours, you wearing contacts right now?
Yeah, they're soft dailies.
Okay.
Yeah. My astigmatisms aren't so severe that I have to have hard lenses. Because
Yeah.
after a certain point, you've got to do hard lenses, and those suck because they're weighted.
Ugh.
But these
I
are
should
very
just get- I
comfortable.
should
I
just
don't.
get
I
LASIK.
don't.
They're weighted.
Yeah, mine aren't. But these are very comfortable. I don't even know I'm wearing them.
What are they made of? What are your contacts made of?
It's a really. I don't know if it's silicone or it's a very thin material that I put them in, and other than like the 2 seconds immediately following while it settles,
Yeah.
you don't know you're wearing them.
You have no clue. Unless it gets hung up on something or something.
Yeah, I
gets in
mean, if you
them.
get like a piece of dust in it
Yeah,
or
that
something like that,
sucks.
that sucks. It hurts. You got to take it out and whatever.
It's SHOT Show this week, boys.
Oh
And
yeah,
I have
it is,
FOMO.
dude. I do too.
Why?
Why do I have FOMO? Because I get FOMO every year. I don't go
No,
to SHOT
like
Show.
honestly, it's not FOMO.
I don't even
for
miss
the
it
show.
this year, dude. And I didn't go because I thought all of our deliveries were going to come, and now I'm kind of like, man, I should have went.
It's
That's
Because
FOMO.
because I did miss like
we could still go. You guys want to fly out tonight?
critical
Fuck.
uh
The hotels
critical
are
meetings.
We can
Yeah.
fly out tonight,
Oh,
You guys wanna go?
I can't even fucking justify that. Plus, I'm too busy.
dude. I'll say this: it's not FOMO for the show. It's the networking.
It's
the
the
seeing
people.
people. It's like today, right? You're texting
The guy.
your buddy. I don't know if we're ready to talk
Yeah,
about
we
that
can
on the
talk
show,
about
but we're texting your buddy and he's like, yeah, absolutely, let's meet and talk. I'm in town, and we're thinking, oh, Boise.
Cool, you're here.
And no, he's in Vegas, where everyone else is.
Well, it's just like, dude, like I look up, the homies are all my homies are in Vegas right now.
I had
like you guys and Nick.
Dude, I had
Yeah.
every intention of going. My grandfather passed away, and I was just like, "There's no way to go." But, you know, it's just it is. It's life is life, man. It goes on, and it's like,
As a group, we should all rent a sick ass fucking suite or a couple rooms.
dude, it's
I'm down.
Because it's at the
Yeah.
Venetian, right?
Yeah,
That's the name
but
of-
dude, I mean, I don't really pay for rooms much. We could get one at MGM or Planet Hollywood or
Whatever.
but they'll like give me like 4 nights or 3 nights free. But dude, this year, because I was gonna actually go, because Matt from the shop went down there
Yeah.
on his own dime, and I paid him a couple of days because he was working for me.
Yeah.
But he went down there for his 2A Cops.
he's an
YouTube.
influencer.
So he's an influencer. But I was going to go down there just on a whim, and I fucking looked at the tickets. Bro, I was like, what? How is this so expensive? From
$1,000 to Vegas?
Yeah.
Nah.
And I'm like, what the hell? And he drove. He's actually on his way back right now. But then I got a hold of our concierge on MGM, and I'm like, dude, like, what's it going to cost me? And like, the rooms were ridiculous this year. And I was like,
yeah.
what the fuck? But also, prior to the SHOT Show, all of my vendors and all of our distributors, like, dude, there's a lot of people not going. Matt, the first day he got there to Industry Day for the media,
Oh, the range day,
dead. Absolutely dead.
the range day.
The range day dead. And it was
Whoa.
windy and cold, so that could have contributed to it. However, walking around, he's like, bro, this is the best SHOT Show I've ever been to because I can actually get in the booth, look at what I need to get
And
into.
there's no one here.
Nobody here. However, Staccato's booth, all day, every day,
Packed.
completely packed.
You
with that new
fucking make a fucking little cute gun with a fucking Glock mag, and now you're something big.
Well, it
Well,
appeals.
you didn't
it-
hear Glock's coming out with one, and they're only running staccato mags. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, I fucking
No,
don't like
but
Glock.
so you're not really. I think that there is some new cool product that comes out. Like there's been some NDAs that we've had. Unfortunately, I didn't go, and I should have been there. There's a couple of things that I missed throughout the year because I don't really like going and not taking my staff. But
Yeah.
most of these big manufacturers,
You just kind of
like it's just going to be you.
yeah.
So I need to do a better job of that because I should have. We were told Staccato was developing a new gun.
mhm.
I didn't go to the launch for the premier dealers to Texas to actually go shoot it, see it,
Yeah.
sign the NDAs, and I was behind the curve. So then when they did release it on accident and it got out there, everybody had all the media already, and our stores didn't have it, and we're a premier dealer. We've been selling their shit since they were STI.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like I was behind the 8 ball, and I didn't get a chance to shoot it.
The average
Before-
consumer won't know that though.
No, but we're gonna get them first here in the valley.
and
But
here's the other thing: it's a staccato with a Glock mag. I mean,
it's pretty.
Did you?
This gun's pretty nice.
but is
So-
it going to be much different in form and
From
function?
what I'm told from everybody that shot it, that it has less felt recoil from the P. It's just more ergonomical.
I'll tell you what:
If
if,
you
I'm,
like
if I was
Glocks.
ever going to buy a staccato, it's going to be that one.
Yeah, and it has Glock mags, which is a plus because a lot of people they grew up with Striker Fire Glock pistols.
I have
So
so
you
many
have all
Glock
those
mags,
magazines.
and it's what $70 for a staccato mag.
Yeah, they're-
99
No,
or
they're
100
$69.99.
$70
for the fucking 17 rounder. Who the fuck
Yeah.
runs that? We run 160 millimeter, boy.
But I mean, so there's a lot of things that are going to be appealing. It has zero backstrap safety.
That's huge.
It's drop safe. Like it's going to be.
The drop safe's a big deal.
It's
too.
going to
Allegedly.
be. It's going to be. Well, we'll see. I have a. They should show up
Just
tomorrow.
kidding.
I'm not allowed to sell them until the 28th, but I have a bunch of them coming, and I'm going to take one personally. And
I'm
we're gonna
coming
go
too,
and
bro.
We're going to fucking go throw that thing on the ground. We're going to go shoot it against all the other ones and give it a real honest opinion. But
Dude,
I would
dude,
like to be a.
I'm
part of
excited about that, and there's a ton of stuff. The new Glocks that are coming out that are going to be cool. There's all kinds
direct
of
mount.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. So those should show up here maybe today. Those new ones, and then there's just a lot of stuff that I kind of wish I would have won. I don't have the FOMO like you do.
Oh, it hurts.
because we have feet on the ground there. But yeah, there's some stuff happening.
Oh,
It's gonna
all
be cool.
night. It's just
Yeah.
me watching. My wife's just like, if you wanted to go, you should have gone.
Well, maybe next year we go as a group. We
Stop
go,
watching
Yeah.
the videos. If
go
it's
down there
making
as
you
this,
upset.
you know, and the stores, and we go do some networking.
Yeah.
Well, the big thing for me
that's
for
the
SHOT Show
biggest.
is
That's the biggest part of the SHOT
Yeah,
Show is the
it's
networking.
the homies. It's Circle Bar. It's seeing the people that I
I've
talk
got
to.
way more done at the Circle Bar than I ever did at the SHOT Show.
Oh, totally.
I was talking to Mike, and he was saying Circle Bar is like quiet. It's just like
There's
less.
just not that many
It's
people
just
there.
less.
That's even better, because honestly, the people that so there are so many people in the instructing side of the world
Mhm.
that I talk to, and some of these like insanely fucking large instructors are like hella down. We chit chat all the time.
Yeah.
They send me memes, and it's like, dude, I haven't
it's like-
seen you for 4 years when I took your class, or I haven't ever shot with
Yeah.
you
Dude,
ever.
maybe we take our whole setup, set up a podcast studio in a suite,
We could do that.
and then just go and network.
Purge
and,
motherfuckers.
Yeah, be like, hey, why don't you guys come up? We'll do a 30-minute show. And
I think where I got turned off on SHOT Show many years ago
The flu.
is the buying. For us dealers, when you're going there, you want to get the product, you want to see it, you want to put hands on it, and then you want to start the ordering.
you want to make a
process.
deal,
Yeah.
but they don't do it.
You want to
there.
make a deal, and they don't really do that too much anymore. And so that's why the buying shows, like I'm going to a buying show in June, right
Well,
after the SHOT Show. I got our range day.
That's why NRA was so big, because people.
Yeah,
were
so
selling
and that's
there.
in March. I might fly out to that. We'll see. But I'm really excited about one of our distributors is bringing back. They haven't done this in like 20 years. So I've never been part of theirs, but I've been part of other buying shows from the distributors, and it's great. So they take you, they fly you out, they put you up in a hotel, and then you get to buy all of your inventory for the next calendar year and schedule it out.
and schedule it.
With the data that we've collected over the years,
You can forecast.
I can forecast, and it makes a huge difference. And there's
Yeah.
I mean,
well, and it
bigger
also
discounts.
lets you set sales goals
yeah.
based off of what you know you're
Correct.
going to have.
And then
Yeah.
so these program buys, I can cancel them if we're not going to meet that demand,
Edit.
and I can edit them.
Augment, yeah.
So those are very important to me more than SHOT Show. Now I love SHOT Show. It's the big hype. It's in Vegas. You get to let your hair down and get to meet all the people. But when it comes down to brass tacks, I need to be
Yeah.
scheduling out my
No,
buys.
the SHOT Show it's dinners, networking,
Yeah,
drinks.
it's expensive.
it's
dude, to take your
expensive to go.
Crew.
If you're rolling deep, if you're going to take your whole crew, it's real expensive.
It's very.
If you're going with
expensive.
key players, and you've got meetings scheduled, like it's worth the networking. But like everybody that I've talked to from the industry, it's you might make money from the conversation you make in 2025 and 2028.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just how SHOT Show is. Like, it just
And
takes a long time for
crazy
things
though
to come
too,
to fruition.
because I mean, 2 years ago, 4 years now, but we were putting in all of our orders for Nighthawk and whatnot. And dude, we're just now getting some of those guns from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, so it's hard to get excited about all the new fucking Nighthawk double agent.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm just now getting my Agent 2s showing up
Mhm.
from 2 years ago. And it's the same thing, with the Atlases, they're 14, 15 month wait period
Right.
now. So when you're not ordering, I think 15 guns a month, every month from them. And I'll be lucky to see maybe 2-3 guns a month
Yeah.
that are a year old.
Yeah.
Or 15 months old that I placed last year. So there's improvement to be made for sure in this industry, but I really do like the buying shows more than the
Sure. I get that.
shot. But definitely, I mean, it is when you're sitting back at home, and I was thinking a lot of our deliveries were going to come, and that's why I didn't go to get the showroom ready, but they're all falling flats.
Yeah.
It doesn't help. Like, I'll be sitting and then I'll see fucking Simps post something and I'm like, motherfucker, I should be there.
Yeah.
And
I mean, just to hang out with the boys, right?
Yeah.
That you don't get
Yeah.
to see every day.
Yeah. And for
It's
me
always
too,
fun.
like, what real benefit would an instructor have going there other than showing face and meeting a lot of the other instructors and
Yeah.
kind of like letting them know, like, hey, this is who I am. But then also,
And it's
can I get brands to want to come back sim shot, right?
Yeah.
Will, Vortex throw me 10 fucking optics for our guns in here that we can push, or what those kind of connections is what I want. I want that,
I was talking last night,
but I
with
want a party. That's part of
a
it.
dealer that's on the eastern side of Idaho. She's over in Pocatello, Idaho, and they're a manufacturer of like lever guns and shit like that, and some AR stuff like big bore guns.
Mhm.
And so they also have the manufacturing side, and then they have a gun store. And so her other half is at SHOT with their crew, and she stayed back to man the store, and they just had a litter of puppies. But we were talking about last night, like there's an industry dinner for,
Yeah.
It's the governor's
Yep.
dinner
Yep.
for any manufacturer or dealer that's in Idaho.
Yep.
You can go and sit down with Brad Little and
They do it every year.
yeah, whatever. And
Although
she's like,
he didn't actually come 2 years ago.
he's there now. And I guess they limited it this year, or last year they limited it to one person.
per company.
And I was like, dude, if I'm bringing my staff, like, and you want to like congratulate Idaho business, you should open it up to the whole fucking staff. Because I'm not going to go as the owner and not take my wife, one,
Right.
or take my store managers or the guys that I actually brought there. I'd rather just go to dinner with my staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Meeting the governor's not that important.
no, not this guy.
No.
No. Fuck, this guy's a rhino.
He's going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But anyhow, yeah, I don't have the FOMO like you do, but it would have been cool to all of us go. And,
Yeah.
Oh, it
I will say
hurts.
positive note on Brad Little though. He signed the bill to kill the wind project.
Yep.
It's done. I mean, I know that was basically reinforcing what Trump, allowed him to do, but
We should probably
You know.
talk about it.
what?
Not the wind project, but
Oh yeah. Trump's in
inauguration
office.
happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's it.
Officially today is the 23rd.
Yeah.
So we are 3 days post inauguration and
just
man,
chopping heads.
he is chopping heads.
Love it.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Elon Musk's little debauchery that everyone thinks he's doing the
I think it's all bullshit,
The
dude. It's
Nazi
all fucking
salute.
propaganda.
Oh, dude, I think you look at the energy he had walking on that stage. He was so over the top excited. The guy looked like he was on coke.
It was
Bro,
the first time I've
when's-
ever seen him that happy.
When's the last time that, so let's just, I mean, dude,
I think he was so
we could go
excited to
on
say,
and on.
I love you. And he was just,
Yeah.
I don't think he had any nefarious.
Bro, look
intent
at this shit that
whatsoever.
they're fucking saying about him, that he is Asperger's and this and that. And
He's definitely autistic.
Well, I
Oh,
get it. I totally get it. But dude, you're going to attack him and you're going to attack Barron and all these memes and all. It's like, dude, you guys fucking grow up. You fucking losers.
Yeah, but here's
But
the
we-
thing.
fucking
we
piece
did
of
the
this shit.
same thing when we lost.
No.
Dude,
For sure.
The only thing
meme
I had
attack
said when we
on-
lost, the fucking attacks I made is all this transgender bullshit. It's a fucking mental illness.
Yes,
That's it.
but
No, we have had our fair share of attacking
meme everything.
liberal characters. AOC, how much have we made fun of her?
I mean, dude, she's a fucking
I'm-
retard.
okay, my point is though, it's
I don't even take these people serious.
I don't disagree
Like-
with you, but you can't get mad when the opposing side looks at our side
yeah,
and then does the same thing.
yeah, it's fine.
Hey,
and the memes are
the
funny.
sweet revenge is being served on a fucking cold platter
It
right
is.
now.
It
He's
is.
fucking making every fucking employee go
Yeah.
back to work.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they'll probably voluntarily quit. That's great for us
Yep.
because half of these jobs, like California, all these state workers, they fucking do nothing
Nothing.
and they're at home.
Yeah.
And I know because I got a couple of friends that laugh and send me memes every day of them doing literally nothing,
Nothing.
working from home.
Cutting back on the bureaucracy is huge.
yeah, no,
it's huge.
totally. The
Huge.
memes are even huger
The
though.
the military getting back pay and reinstatement
love
for
it.
COVID,
I love
being
it.
kicked out for COVID. I love that.
Dude, that could be
dude.
hundreds of thousands of dollars for some
Imagine,
people.
Dude.
imagine the car sales for like Chargers and Mustangs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Through the
Oh,
roof.
yeah.
Give the military extra money.
did
They're like,
you
we're gonna go buy
see-
Chargers.
Did you see the representative or the delegate from Greenland? Is it Greenland?
Yeah,
He's-
fuck you.
He was like, Mr. Trump, with all due respect, you can fuck off or something
Yeah.
like that.
Good for him. Fucking say what you gotta
Good.
say.
I thought it was comical. And then his counterpart was like,
You can't say that.
this is a house of democracy or parliament with parliamentary rule. It was pretty funny. I'm like, come on, dude. How many times do you watch a Senate hearing and you wish that they would just pop off and just like,
Bro,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
fact
man.
is, listen, Trump he cannot be reelected ever,
Nope.
right? So his policies,
he's
right?
got nothing to fear.
He has nothing to lose. He is going to do what he says,
Mhm.
and we knew this the first time that he was in office.
Yeah.
and people fucking lost their minds because he held to his promise.
Yeah.
He has a definite mandate, and I voted my vote. I'm super happy that I voted for a candidate that actually won. That's going to do what they said. They deported like 450 people yesterday alone,
Well, and then
or
people
they
were
arrested.
and then
They
people were
deported
like
yet.
self-deporting like preemptively
Dude.
prior to the inauguration.
We have to get this country back. I mean, dude,
Securing the border is that to me
It's
is
huge.
a no-brainer. It shouldn't even be a partisan issue. Like people from the EU who are by definition like left-leaning, like liberally biased, are like, it is a basic function of government to secure your border.
It is.
It's not a racist or bigoted or
Bro.
what. That is a basic function of government.
You can't go up to Canada. They'll fucking send you back.
For sure.
Bro,
Go to Mexico.
It has nothing to do.
I watch YouTubers like I don't know why I have this obsession with like truck driving. Like they're like little, but I've subscribed to all these
because
truck driving.
drivers get to focus on the road and nothing else.
So like
and you're
I follow all
jealous.
these different truck drivers and I watch the hassle of them going in with their freaking syllabus, like their
books.
Their books. Going into other countries, they're like driving stuff from California into Mexico or going to Canada and bringing the goods back and the fucking bullshit that they have to go through.
That'd be scary, driving a truck full of goods through Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah, it'd be
terrifying.
wild.
I'd be like, oh.
Dude,
is that a car?
Declaring the cartels domestic terrorist groups.
That's
But what does
huge.
that look like though? Are we going to just start dropping fucking
What it
No, but
what
it's
it,
going to be military.
what it allows
bombs on them,
Nah,
motherfuckers?
it won't be that.
Well, no, what
Dude, they
it,
shoot at the fucking, they shoot their guns over the border
Yes.
all the fucking time.
what
at
it
our people.
allows is for us to use military resources
Mm-hmm.
to start combating them. That's what it looks
Which
like.
is wild. Like, what are you going to
So-
have Apache helicopters fucking doing
No, it's gonna
gun
be
runs?
it's gonna be JSOC. It's gonna be special forces or special operations guys, Rangers and special forces and
Dude, and they have a lot of fucking money, dude. The cartel has
SEALs.
a lot of money. They have a lot. Dude, you don't think that they have their own special forces from other countries working for them?
They do. They're just
And they
not
train.
very well, yeah, but they're not very good. Like dude,
Dude, I would not say that they're not very
I'm-
good.
they're not
I'm
one
not
to
saying
one
that
to
our
one,
military is not the
one
best.
to 1-to-1, they're gonna lose.
Who's going to carry the boats?
Yeah, 1-to-1,
Yeah.
1-to-1, they're gonna lose.
I don't know. We'll see how this all. I would like to see how it
1-to-1
plays
has
out.
a knife involved.
1-to-1, they're gonna lose.
I hope so. I
mean-
prefer that.
Yeah.
So what else? What?
But dude, they're fucking the cartels have fucking their people up in our government, bro.
oh yeah.
Oh, for sure,
Up in our government, in all of our
For sure.
governments, everywhere.
for sure.
Like what? It's I don't know.
So what's,
That's why I think having a commander in chief that is untethered
Mhm.
is so valuable right now.
yeah.
I'm
I
excited
agree.
to see what he's going to get done. I mean, dude, the last 72 hours has been nuts.
Yeah, it's been wild.
Been nuts.
The one thing that is interesting to me. Fuck.
What?
Oh no, I yawned while I was talking, so that means the camera's gonna see.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
So anyways, a lot of what is interesting and what I'm seeing when I go on like Threads, which is like a liberal hellhole, is people like essentially just like, if you're Hispanic, you need to buckle up, and this, and it's like, dude, it's not just when I think about securing borders and when I look at over the past 4 years what we've seen come through the border,
Mhm.
it's not like we're like, oh, we're gonna go get the Hispanics. That's not what it always. There are so many other
Bro, they arrested
countries.
450 people yesterday alone, and if you go down the list of the countries that they were from, I would say not even half were Mexicans.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Where I think Hispanics have fear is like the DACA kids.
yes, and understandable fear.
And I think it's a viable fear. And
It is.
And if I can, I'll give a pseudo personal anecdote. I work with like my immediate peers. I have I believe 3 people that I know of that are DACA.
Yeah.
All of them were born here.
Yes.
They were raised here. This is home.
Yeah.
They're not citizens. They're here legally and they're able to work.
Yeah.
But the loopholes that they have to jump through and the amount of money that it costs them to maintain working status is crazy. Because no, it's on. Yeah. It's crazy how much it costs them. And like, for example, one of my friends has to go back to Mexico for a legal reason. They've got to go to the consulate. The problem is they're not sure that if they go back over to handle what they have to go
They can
They'll
handle,
be able to get back.
that they're
here.
going to be able to get home. And then they face threats of deportation. But deport them to where? Because this is their home.
Yeah.
One of the 3 speaks Spanish. One. The other ones have Hispanic families and they have some of that culture, but they are Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's a dude,
if you're going to send them back, where are they going to go to?
yeah, I don't know, but that's
not right.
I agree with
And
you.
so
the system is broken. The immigration system is
Right.
broken, and it's been broken forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
So for people, I guess what I'm trying to get at is for people to say there's a blanket solution. There's not. We
No.
need to deport illegal criminals.
yes.
We need to figure out a way to naturalize the people who should be naturalized.
Yes.
And then we need to completely overhaul and reform the process to becoming a citizen.
Well, if you look at the bookings, like the charges that these people that they deported or they're deported. I keep saying deported. They arrested yesterday. They're all violent. So like a lot of them were all sexual crimes.
And I think that's who they're going to target, right?
Yeah.
So,
And here's my thing. I think it's no secret to know, like, I am hella down with like the Latino culture. I grew up in San Jose. I grew up in East San Jose. I grew up heavily surrounded by like just a strong group of a ton of Mexican kids.
Mhm.
Like I personally have zero issue and nothing but love.
There's
for
no issue to
Hispanic
have
culture.
with the
There's
culture.
nothing.
No.
And
In fact, I respect a lot of it. Like,
oh, it's beautiful.
the way they treat their elders. I think
God.
it's incredible.
Ofrenda.
Yeah.
But like the thing is like they think that I think that my biggest issue is that the liberals are making it seem like, hey, all the conservatives hate Hispanics and we want to go after Hispanics
Yeah, it's
only.
just
And
not
that's,
true.
That's just
and
not
that's
true.
not it. I'm not even concerned about most of the Hispanics that come over the border illegally. Do I think it should be done legally? Yes.
I do too.
1,000%. But what I'm worried about is the Middle Easterns that came over here wearing 511 jackets and
Yeah.
the Chinese people that came over here wearing fucking tactical pants. And that's some of like, well, we should revisit that for sure too.
Absolutely. I
Like,
think it's a no-brainer.
Right. Yeah. If you want to come over here and work on the farms and work your
wonder
ass
how-
off and not commit crime, like,
Yeah, and if you are a
do it
military
legally,
age
but-
male that's coming over here for no apparent reason,
yeah.
questions need
I
to
would
be
like to
asked
hear
of
the
you.
debrief on some of these that they arrested yesterday. Did they struggle? Were they non-compliant? Were
Oh,
they
that'd be
combatives?
interesting.
Like, I'd like to see,
Yeah.
like, because I mean, dude, if you're here for nefarious reasons, right? Like, you're not just here to get out of your country
Yeah.
and you were a dirtbag there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're still going to be a dirtbag here, but you're not coming here for nefarious reasons. Obviously, you broke the law coming
Right.
here illegally, but you're coming here to do terrorism shit. How does that look when they go to get those people in the community? Like,
Yeah.
are they going to fucking set off a bomb? Are they going to fucking booby trap? You know,
I
ICE.
I
Like,
still
that's why
think
it's so important that these fucking when they are arrested on a simple traffic stop, that they fucking hold them for ICE, because then they already know they don't have any weapons. They're already detained.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
it's so important that they fucking work with ICE. If not, we could have like a fucking standoff in a neighborhood and they fucking blow up the whole house, blows up the whole neighborhood.
Could
Right.
be.
Or, you know,
Yeah.
whatever it looks like.
well, and
Yep.
it's not just in bordering states
Yeah, no.
or bordering
Fuck that.
counties.
We got
'Cause
them here, bro.
That's what I mean. And it's not like we have the border patrol resources immediately available. Like, you're down in like Pinal County in Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
like, and you pull over somebody that you're suspecting of being illegal or giving
Yeah.
false identification. Not a big deal. You detain them, arrest them, and you drive down to the border patrol facility. You turn them over to border patrol, and they run the paperwork.
Yeah. Let them
Well,
do
I mean,
their
so
Then
job.
they
here's
do-
the other
then they
thing
do
too.
it.
So, like, let's say that they're going to do these mass arrests, right? They're going to go out in these teams. You still need local law enforcement,
To
sheriff's
cooperate.
department, police department. You need when you do an operation like that, because, you know, being in this industry, I've had I surrounded myself with certain elements, like with the Sacramento store with the assault weapons permit and shit. Like, we're selling lots of weapons
2 cops.
to cops. So I'm immersed in that. Like,
Yeah.
I've been to demos where like they want to see stuff and I'm in the inner workings of like SWAT teams, whatever. It takes, like, when they go do a raid, like, let's just say there's a warrant and they do a warrant service on a house. Like, there's a lot that goes into that
A ton.
planning. You know what I mean? So the intel, I'm sure the federal government, they have a lot more resources,
And
but
it's multi-agency.
yeah, it's multi-agency. So, but if they're not going to work with them in these certain states, like, how much ICE are you bringing to that state or that neighborhood to,
Yeah.
And
know,
the way law
to work through
enforcement
that?
traditionally has gone is
I can see
federal,
it being very
federal-
violent.
right? But federal law enforcement usually in numbers is less.
Yeah.
Like, they will send.
That's what I'm saying.
They will send out supporting elements,
Yeah.
but the primary operations are being done
Local.
by the locals under.
Federal, like,
Under federal
deputize a
jurisdiction.
marshal, like,
Right.
you know, like, there's certain things like the city police will have a deputized marshal or an FBI
Right.
task force guy or whatever.
Well, and then they do JTAFs a lot.
No,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But so how violent could that get if they're not getting the cooperation?
quite.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if somebody's not willing to go to fucking jail even at this level,
Well,
Right.
I know.
if you didn't want to get handcuffs put on you, it would probably fucking take 5 officers,
I think.
maybe more.
Unless
If you
I'm the
really
cop.
didn't want to fucking go to jail
right.
and you didn't want to get detained,
Yeah, it's a
Dude.
fight.
Yeah, one-on-one, an able-bodied person who knows how to handle their body, regardless of, look, you could talk about, like, this is why cops need jujitsu, whatever. That's true. But an able-bodied individual going one-on-one with a cop, it's really tough to get them in cuffs.
well, the other
Yeah.
thing too that just
If they
really
don't
bothers
wanna be
me is,
cuffed.
like, if you see any situation where there's been in recent years, and we can talk about the Dallas PD incident a few years back where you had one guy with a little bit of training took on the whole fucking department.
Yeah.
He was not willing to go peacefully. They were fucking
No,
devastated.
and he killed a bunch of people.
Yes, but they fucking sent their robot in there and just blew the fucking robot up because they didn't know how to fucking take care of that guy.
Right.
One guy with just a little bit of training.
Right.
And a rifle.
Yep.
You know, think about that. You get a little bit of a sale, like, you know, 4, 5, 6 guys, and they're not willing to fucking
And there's some people
go peacefully.
There's a lot of
Some shit
information
can go
on the
down.
internet. You can figure out how to make very deadly devices
Yeah.
with very
So I'm just
simple
saying,
stuff.
those guys coming over, I think those are the ones, obviously, they're not going after your friend, but I could see your friend's
concern.
100%.
Yeah, and they shouldn't have to be if they were
But-
born here. And
And
this
I
is
think that's
this
where
is
the
their
media
home.
just gets
Yeah.
totally fucking one-sided, and it's clickbait, right?
It's
this-
fear mongering.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fear-mongering.
I agree.
But
And-
the
and-
arrest report that I read this morning on all the 400, I didn't go through all of them, but a lot of them, they were all sex crimes, or they were people that were violent.
Yeah.
There was a lot of domestic violence.
Yep.
In that arrest
Yeah.
report that I looked at. So I don't think it's the DACA children or
I don't think so. I don't think it is either.
I hope it's not.
That's
That's what it is.
Same.
I hope it's not.
Now,
But I do agree with his birthright citizenship. Dude, there's a lot of fraud there.
sure.
A fucking ton.
I-
There's whole hotels set up just for it. There's hospitals
Right.
down that are getting
Well, I
depleted.
know, like a lot of Chinese people will come here on vacation,
I-
have a baby.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think that just because
Yeah.
you are on U.S. soil when you happen to come out of the womb,
Right.
that entitles you to U.S.
Yeah, I
citizenship.
don't. Yeah, and then
That's-
all the benefits that come along with
That's
it.
not what I'm saying. But
No.
I do think that there is a certain point where if a kid was birthed here, regardless of whether or not they are entitled to that citizenship
Mhm.
at birth, that they're a good person, non-criminal, they're working, contributing, educated. I mean,
Yeah.
and these are the people I'm describing. And I
Yeah.
know this is just one department in a small county in California. There are many people like this under the DACA program.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying is everyone in that program like that? Not a chance, but there are many.
Yeah.
And there has to be a way to go through it and say, hey, how do we sift this out?
Yeah. Where do we draw the line?
What are the thresholds?
Mhm.
Are there going to be people that are just on the left and just on the right of the threshold? Yeah. And that's going to suck for some of those people where you're like just below, right? It's not going to be perfect for everyone. And I'm content with saying that because we do have to prioritize national security over convenience of an individual.
Dude,
Yeah.
and so,
But when you can amortize good
yeah.
to a group of people, if it fits within the
And I think-
parameters, that's
so
what we should be doing.
I think on both sides of the aisle, you have very smart people.
For
right?
sure.
You have very like sensible people that can actually that don't get into the fray. And I think that they understand this. Like they
Yeah.
understand, hey, Trump's not just out there throwing a bunch of DACA people back over the border or
No.
whatever it is. I
Right.
think that for the most part, people are smarter than the media, portrays. Like I think that it's just clickbaity. But I do find something very interesting that Coast Guard admiral, what was her name?
Well, she was the commandant.
The commandant. So the head of the fucking Coast Guard, dereliction of duty.
Yeah.
Like, dude, does she
She was
lose
super.
her,
Yeah, she
does
lost
she lose her pension? Like, how does all that go down?
Yeah, I don't know
Wait,
about
what is
that.
this?
I'm guessing.
He fired the fucking the head of the Coast Guard.
So
She was a female, totally DEI.
so her
like-
her billet, her job was commandant,
Yeah.
right? And so she could have been fired from the job and not kicked out of the service. But my guess is this.
No, I think she was released from the
So
Coast
maybe,
Guard.
and she may have been released from service. My guess is that she was probably allowed to just retire because she had probably been eligible for retirement for quite a while.
Yeah.
So, 'cause
dereliction of
here's
duty,
the thing.
though, but not stopping anybody from Cuba. Like, dude, I read this whole thing. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
How
there's
does that even happen?
Yeah, there's a lot of things where it's like you have to look at the duty side,
It's
and
like
then,
they're running
you've
this-
got to look at the idealistic side.
But that's
right?
like running that dude. That's they're the premier law enforcement for military. Like they are a law enforcement agency.
it's an interesting. So they
And
are
so you're
they are
fucking
military,
basically,
but they're not DoD.
You just turned the whole Coast Guard into a sanctuary, like basically. So if you're running interdiction, like drugs,
and dude, Coast Guard is pretty badass.
dude, they are badass.
Like, yeah, they're interesting because they can operate in U.S. territory.
But dude, so
because they're not
the
DoD.
Dolphin helicopter, the small one,
Yeah,
like that airframe has like totally,
it's iconic.
dude. It's the airframe is wore out. Like they can't fly half of them anymore because they've flown over the hours of the manufacturer.
They need to buy new ones.
And she never did any of this.
Yeah.
So like all the helicopters, like the 60s and shit, like they're all getting timed out also.
Yeah.
And dude, and it's not just the Coast Guard they do so many things like the search and rescue, like in Alaska, it's major.
It's incredible.
They do a bunch of shit with the fisheries. Like, dude, you need that stuff.
For sure.
And she just let it go
wasn't doing
derelict. You know what I mean? Because they were spinning other.
I could derelict my own balls. That's all I'm thinking of is Zoolander.
But no, for real though. So like they were putting so much money into other shit, like the DEI, like dude, all kinds of crazy shit that they shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that Trump's like, dude, no, motherfuckers,
Yeah.
we're doing this.
Now
And
I can only picture Trump as Zoolander.
That's funny.
I don't know, but it's awesome, dude. I mean, I'm all for it. I really am. Like, I'm excited to see what happens these next 4 years. He's got 2 years, before the midterms, and we're gonna see,
dude,
what he gets done.
His approval ratings, 72 hours post inauguration, his approval ratings are through the roof. Through the roof.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
I didn't see those, but I mean, there's just so many other things though. Like so many. Like
we talked about this before, and I think that this is true. I mean, we're getting to about an hour 20, so maybe we start to wrap it up. But I think that, the ownership of him to be a leader for not just the people who were flying the Trump flag, but to prove that his values are worth it for every American.
Yeah.
That's where the weight of this office and this term falls on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
I
if
hope
he can't turn the economy into something that is valuable for everyone, if he can't show
exactly
that, look, I know that you don't agree with me on paper, but let me show you what I can do for all Americans. If he can do that in the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to have a red wave for many, many
years to come.
terms.
Unrelated, but what I was interested in when I was watching his inauguration speech, like right after he got sworn in and all that stuff, I was like, I hope this motherfucker mentions MLK. Because
he
did.
did.
He did.
Yeah.
And I was like, good. Okay, cool. Because like I'm a big fan.
So I hope he learned a valuable lesson the first time, because we controlled the Senate, the House, all of that shit, and we let it slip away. If you look, there's like some iconic pictures I think that are going to be, they will be iconic pictures. But if you look at his inauguration and you look at all the people that were sitting to his left, you know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers canceled him. Bezos, he owns one of the biggest fucking newspapers in the world. Okay. Zuckerberg kicked him completely off the fucking platforms.
And now he's like trying to go.
And now they're all
based.
trying to align
That's
with
comical.
him. So
Pussy.
that concerns me. Like, I hope Trump knows you keep him at fucking arm's length distance and
They're
we
just
figure
good
this
for
out.
whatever's good for
So
them.
I was like, so what's your opinion on Zuck, like this new leaf that he's turning?
I don't know, dude. I think maybe he got a little bit of testosterone in his balls now, and he's hanging
dude,
out with certain dudes.
His neck's all swole.
He's
His
training
shoulders
MMA
are.
nonstop.
but you can, okay, listen. A person can change
I agree.
100%.
So what I'm curious though is this truly him realizing that he was errant in his ways?
I sure hope so.
Or
was he?
Was he just a giant pussy?
Probably both.
I don't know, dude. He was young, bro, and he got such elevation and money and power at such a young age.
And they threatened to take it away.
So
Yep.
I mean,
And so he bent the knee.
I think
but
also
dude,
too is
he's
like
also dude, Joe Rogan just had him on his show, and he was like, "Oh, I'm a bow hunter," and then Joe Rogan's like, "What bow do you?"
He's
have?
like, I don't
And
know.
he was like,
it was obviously he was grifting, dude.
dude,
Hardcore.
that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, I hope Trump's got some people in his orbit. They're like, dude, listen, we'll take
Beware.
his money. Beware. Like, we're gonna do some things.
His loyalties are to where power is going to come
so
from.
I don't know. I'm skeptical.
I am super skeptical of this new Zuck.
Because if he's the new Zuck,
Yeah.
why don't you take all of our fucking bans off of Instagram
I don't know, dude.
and Facebook?
I did post some nar fucked up shit on my personal Instagram, and it just rode.
Really?
Well,
That normally would have gotten pulled down. So
Well,
I don't
maybe
know.
I'll
if
try to reopen our advertising.
I got
stuff,
like
'cause that
30 or
first one got
40,000 people on our original Facebook, and that thing has been locked down since 2022.
But when have you since
Yes, I've sent in all this shit, even just
recently you submitted
bro,
a petition?
I can't do anything on it.
I think it's possible that maybe he was a little conservative the whole time because he has money,
Then
and now he has the ability to speak on it.
I almost have less respect for him if that's the case, though.
Yeah,
because
I'm not
dude, you
saying
gotta stand
that
on
it's
your
better.
principles.
I would
bro.
have
Like,
more
seriously.
respect for him if he would have been like, no, I was a socialist and I've seen the error in my
Bro,
ways.
do you know how many
Yeah.
times and how
Versus
much money
if
I've
he-
lost standing on my principles?
That's my
Yeah,
point.
dude.
doing the
too.
right thing.
That's my point.
It
So
fucked me.
if he was always a little conservative and he was just too much of a bitch to stand up for what he believed in, I have far less respect for him
That's what I'm saying.
we'll see.
than if he would have just be like,
We'll
you know
see.
what? No, I legitimately thought these things and I perpetuated it. And what I realized through the last few years is that these ideals, when taken to the extreme,
Dude,
are
when
bad
he went
for society.
before Congress, everything came out. Everything. Like literally, like everything. So we'll see. We'll see where he's at. Right now,
He's trying to
Free
paint a
speech
conservative
is
trying to
very
save
bias.
important.
face.
He's
That's
trying
what I
to
think.
save a conservative bias because he knows that
Dude, over half the fucking country voted for Trump.
I know.
Half the country does not believe or align with
Well,
any of that woke
and then he
shit.
put Dana White on his board. Comical. We'll
Dana
see how-
White's a good businessman.
I agree. I like Dana
and
White
he
a
is
lot.
a zero. Like, dude, someone could literally say the most wild, off the wall, inappropriate, offensive shit ever, and he's just like, yeah.
I like Dana White a
Me
lot.
too.
Like-
me too. So we'll see. Arm's length. I hope Trump is being cautious. I hope he fucking learned from the first 2 years in his administration
Yeah.
how quickly you could lose that shit.
Yeah.
So
Zuck, bring back the Sack Black Rifle Facebook page,
yeah, dude,
please.
come on.
Come
yeah,
on.
we know you have an algorithm
Let's
listening.
touch on one more thing, and then we can
Yeah.
on our next episode we'll really deep dive into this.
Oh, we got a meeting
The
at
pardons.
noon. Yeah. Oh yeah,
pardons.
dude. Which
Bro,
the
the
J6 pardons or the Biden
no, the
pardons?
Biden
The
pardons.
Yeah.
Biden pardons is wild.
So
My
Wild.
favorite part of the Biden pardons is watching Rachel Maddow complain a couple of years ago about Trump thinking
dude.
about doing preemptive
Operation
pardons.
Mockingbird, they're all saying the exact same thing.
Oh, for sure. So Rachel Maddow complaining about it and then literally
Championing
now
it, yeah.
completely defending. It's so funny.
I just
I
don't
think
get
we need
how
to bring
you.
back the gallows, dude. I
I
think a couple
agree.
of public hangings for some of these
Or
public
maybe
officials.
not hangings, but maybe just like stick him in the.
Bro, it's treason. And you know what?
Trump-
no.
Guantanamo.
No, where do you know where they hung out there for everybody to throw tomatoes at him?
Oh, the little like
What are those called? Where their head was through and their wrists were through?
Dude, so
the things those kinky girls like.
Yeah.
dude, I think don't the Arabs or not Arab, like the Muslim countries, don't they dig a hole, put
Yeah,
you
they
and
bury
they
you,
fucking
leave
throw
your head
no,
up.
they leave your head out and they throw rocks at
They
you.
stone you to death.
Stone you to death.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about execution. It's like a public
Dude.
shaming.
Yeah.
They put him in the
Shaming
stocks.
ain't gonna fucking
You put-
change their behavior.
you put 'em in
Then
the
do
stocks.
something that will change their behavior forever.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I still believe in make politicians afraid again. Yeah.
yeah,
I really, to
I
my
just-
core, believe that.
I-
They should be.
I do too. But I'm not interested in war.
No, I'm not
So
saying we need
no,
war.
but, dude, there needs to be accountability. Fauci,
Yeah, but
bro, come on.
but
This
how
motherfucker, this guy fucking destroyed so many people's lives.
accountability? I agree with. I want to go
But how
after
is he gonna be
Fauci
held
legally.
accountable now?
I don't want to drag Fauci into the streets and hang him.
No,
I
that would
want-
be too easy.
I want Fauci to go through a rigorous legal process, be found guilty, and then spend the rest of his life in prison.
Well, DeSantis says
And lose
they're gonna
everything.
Be investigating him state, so he's not absolved of state crimes.
No, and
So-
so what I want is
We'll
for
see how
them
that
to be
goes down.
afraid of the people, but I want them to fear losing their lives in its entirety in shame. Like,
yeah.
you know what I
Cool with-
mean?
I'm cool with that too.
Like-
Whatever it is, make them scared.
Yeah,
Jail's scary. I'm scared of jail. So
for sure, dude. I don't want to spend the rest of my life separated from everyone and everything I
I'm
love.
not even worried about that.
Well,
I'm not worried about my whole booty hole,
hey,
dude.
you'll click up. You'll click up.
But I don't want to click up with the white dudes, man. Fuck.
You could be a cholo.
I'm gonna have to be the fucking crazy. What is it? Locos Gringos or something? I'm gonna have to be because I ain't trying to click up with the white dudes. The white dudes fuck other white dudes in prison.
Yeah,
The other gangs don't do that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyhow,
I don't know anything about that.
120. Got to wrap this up.
Yeah, dude.
We have a meeting anyhow.
Yeah, we do. All right, guys. Yeah, episode. What did I say? 22,
Something.
21.
Yeah.
Something.
20
I forgot.
something.
No quarter pod.
Yeah, follow us.
like and share.
Hey, I'm gonna send out an email. Maybe you guys will be on the list or not. It's gonna be going through Rob's store and Jeremy's store.
Yeah, if you want to get added to an email list that has anything to do with even the No Quarter 2, you can go on shopblackrifle.com and
Yeah.
sign up there, or you can go to simshopmeridian.com and sign up on ours.
Part of
We've got a lot of stuff coming for 2025. We've got
Yeah.
some
Part
some
of what-
new.
Go ahead.
we got some advertiser coming on board soon. And
Yeah.
it's going to make things a little bit different around here. It's going to make things a little bit easier. You'll probably see some merch hitting the shelves soon.
Our website will
Website will be
it's
up.
built. I just haven't launched it. That'll allow you guys to communicate directly with us,
Yeah.
with the show, instead of via the other businesses.
And if you guys want to see somebody on the show, let us know. Like,
Please.
I don't know how many people we can get in here, but
It's gonna. I mean, I think that
Part
reach
of
is
the
gonna
thing-
grow, but
yeah.
we have some people who.
part of us launching the website is to make a little bit of money off our merch so that we can actually get some people here, fly them in, and
Yeah, right
have
now
some
this is all
interviews.
just cost. Like right now,
Yeah.
it costs us money to do the show. Like I said, 2024, it was kind of like we got our feet wet. We realized, hey, we like doing this. I think it's enjoyable for all of us. Like I
And people.
truly enjoy it.
I get messages all the time.
And the other thing is the people who have found the show,
Yeah.
not through really any other means, who have found the show, have reached out and have really, you guys have been awesome,
Yes.
supportive. I can't tell you how energizing it is when we hear you guys talk about, hey, like I listened to your show on the way to work
I
or
love
whatever. Like that's energizing for
It
us.
is.
Yeah.
Like I know that seems simple, but like just dropping a line and like some encouragement, or just like, even if it's like, hey, maybe this was a little too much of that or whatever. Like when you show us that you care enough to engage with us,
it's important.
it energizes us to keep going and to keep getting
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
And so really, I think, if we could summarize all of our goals in 2025, yes, consistency, and we're making it official, and the business is part of it's going to move forward. But like, we want to go from being amateurs to being like serious, like taking the show seriously,
Yeah.
doing a good job. One, because we enjoy it, but two, because we find value in what the value it brings to you guys. So
Yeah. And thank you to all the local people who are shouting
yeah,
for all of our businesses and the No Quarter podcast at the top of their lungs.
for sure.
Yep.
And if
I
we
mean,
can
thank
help
you.
bring those voices to small businesses that may not be able to
Yep.
afford, to advertise, like we want to be able to do that. Like
Yeah.
we're not just going to try to grift.
Dude, and also the educational purpose. I mean, if you guys have questions about business, I'm not going to say that I'm the end all say all for business, but I've seen a lot of crazy things over the 18 years, and
Yeah.
I've navigated a lot of hurdles, state and federal challenges,
Yeah.
been sued. I mean, if you're looking to start a small business, reach out to me.
Yeah.
And I'll give you my honest opinion if you have questions about it.
And I
Even if it's
play-
in a competing space. for
maybe
me.
we'll do like a master class, like starting a gun shop master class.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I
Yeah.
could do that with
Or
my
just-
eyes closed, but it's difficult. Takes
That'd be
money.
kind of cool.
I play dumb all the time, but
No, Jeremy's got some success. He just doesn't
Yeah.
like to.
I definitely can help people in the business space, branding space, marketing space. Like,
Yeah.
I'm willing to put myself out there to help anyone, and just like I am within the gun community.
Yeah.
Any instructor out here that knows or has even tried to reach out to SimShot, they know that we're just like, how can we help?
Or even
Yeah.
outside of that, like real estate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How
Like
can we help?
that's one of the probably the guests we'll have on sooner rather than later is your buddy.
Yeah,
Who kind of
Dude,
mentored you through all that.
he's so smart.
So, all right, y'all. We love you guys. No Quarter Pod on everything. We're out.